Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Monday, the 20th of March, 2023. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. But as always, keep in mind it is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. They're saying you were drawn here for a reason, but the overall message I got for this upcoming Monday: effort pays off. Effort pays off. Even if you're not in the mood to get things done or do what you have to, may feel a bit mundane at certain points throughout the day. But it might feel very productive for some drawn to the reading. There's a feeling of your efforts paying off. So keep that in mind when you're trying to motivate oneself, when you're trying to get in the mood even, okay? Or just to get things accomplished in general. But we have justice coming out. So I do feel as if you are seeing levels of goals and success, things doing well for you. It feels like something's growing quite steadily. I feel like it's a Monday where you're feeling a bit more alive or a bit more awake with it at certain points or for the whole day in comparison to Sunday. I know I didn't get that reading done. I was just feeling so out of it yesterday. But that was going to be called slow but steady. So I feel like something's doing a little bit better, or you're just seeing things increase for you, feeling quite accomplished at certain points. And I do feel like people are very drawn to you, being drawn to this reading and throughout this day in general. But there's a focus on change. Okay, sorry, that startled me. You might be a bit secretive or choosing to be in regards to one, if not multiple changes in your life. I do feel like your individual transformation is taking a highlight throughout this Monday because you're changing, even if it's not easy to pinpoint or understand at this time. Moving forward, it's going to be quite evident to others and oneself. But I do feel as if you are thinking about what you're keeping to oneself. I do sense that things can feel a little bit off at certain points throughout this day. There's a potential for spiritual occurrences, energy affecting you. Do take a deep breath because naturally that happened for a reason when the Hierophant came out. I feel like you might be startled at one, if not multiple points. It could be noise, spirituality, energy, you name it. Okay. Something out of your peripheral vision, I want to say, may take your focus in a very quick kind of manner. But I do, and interesting I said that, I started snapping my fingers as I'm looking at the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. There may be a focus on the fact that things are going to pick up in pace moving forward as far as growth, potential success in regards to, for some, a new job. They're saying there's going to be a financial increase moving forward for those drawn to the reading. Now, that's obviously going to differ as to how much, when, how, if it varies from soul to soul being drawn to the reading. But there's a sense of you thinking about how to better manage your money, how to be smart, how things should be increasing moving forward. Spirit saying, as much as the efforts are paying off in certain ways throughout this day, however you're seeing that come to be, whatever results you're experiencing, viewing, keeping an eye on for some, there's going to be that sort of vibe moving forward, potentially in different ways. And I feel like, again, money's part of it. Financial success, okay? So it's a day that just shows you evidence and reminds you once again, when you put in the effort, it pays off big time, period. And there might even be a focus for some drawn to the reading on the fact that past efforts are also paying off. Not giving up is absolutely a vibe, and allowing for oneself to be so damn proud of yourself for sticking to what you feel is part of your destiny or purpose in this lifetime, or just putting in the hard work and, again, seeing it pay off and show you results all the meanwhile. That level or different levels of justice. But there's also a focus on when you can't leave a situation. For some, it might be, say, a job that you have to sort of stick with for the day, or it might be when you're locked into a conversation, okay? Or you might just feel sort of pushed to think about it at a certain point, say a living situation or something of the sort that you can't or are choosing not to leave behind, at least at this time. I feel as if you're thinking about when that may come to be, okay, and how that's going to positively improve your life. I just want to do things my way, okay? I just want to have my space for some. It's going to obviously differ from case to case, but there's a reminder of who and what's not meant for you. There's a feeling that you're going to be pushed to trust your intuition moving forward in regards to an opportunity, a door that could potentially open. And that's obviously going to differ from case to case once again, but it feels like you're going to have more than one chance to change things up moving forward, and you need to trust the feeling of a situation, an opportunity, your intuition in regards to what's not going to work for you and what will. Okay. It could be a multitude of things, but I do feel like there's a feeling of in the near future starting again, or you may have recently been experiencing this energy, the motivation to see more come in for oneself, to feel more abundant. But there's a sense of underneath it all this day highlighting the fact that you're quite victorious in more than one way, learning more about different levels of victory that you'll be achieving in the near future. All right. If we were to fast forward a bit, but I do feel like for some drawn to the readings, say, like I know for me this is going to be when I'm doing my readings. I do feel as if you are going to become victorious, right? Succeed, see your efforts pay off once again, and learn more about one situation, your situation through it all. You might even be finding it very informative in regards to what somebody else is going through or multiple people. They're saying very eye-opening, okay? I do feel like you're very well spoken throughout the day, even if you don't want to be speaking. Sure, I mean, naturally, there's going to be times throughout the day and just days in general where you're not in the mood to interact with people, or you're not in the mood to speak, or you just don't feel like getting the job done or cleaning up around the house. But it feels like even in that sense, when it comes to tidying up, cleaning up, organizing, you're going to feel working out for some. The effort pays off when you feel good about oneself. You feel better in that environment. You just got things checked off your to-do list. You might find that you have to run to the store and get things even if you're not in the mood to, or you might be in the mood to, and that feels rewarding in of itself, not having to worry about that anymore. Anyways, but I do feel like there's a focus on why you've been feeling a bit out of it recently, a little bit emotional for some, but there's a feeling of you just kind of needing to ride the waves throughout this day. Flow, my friend. And there also is a focus on what you left behind in the past. I feel like more than one situation for some, and they're saying, let it go, let it flow. What's meant for you is for you, okay? And what wasn't meant to last, it just simply didn't, okay? And that goes for your future as well. Everything has its timeline, okay? The Judgment card, because I do feel like there's a push to be honest with oneself throughout this day. You might find that naturally you're getting your voice out there. You could be speaking the words, the advice, the messages of spirit. I know I will be, but there's a feeling of music as well coming into play as you're very much watched over by the spiritual realm, but potentially messed with through it all. You might be sung through. I hope that was worded correctly. Spirit will potentially sing through you. This happens to me all the time. You might hear one in your head, or there might be a particular song in the store or online, or when it comes to a commercial of importance, it's a message. So intuitively feel that out. But don't be surprised if you randomly start singing a song or multiple times. They like to repeat songs, a specific song, until you get the message, okay? Or that could just simply be spiritual messing with. Either way, both of which occur for me. There's part of you expecting the worst and then part of you expecting the best. This could be more in regards to different areas, different aspects of your life. Could be that kind of switch from expecting the best to the worst to the best with one, if not multiple situations. However it works for you, I do feel like Spirit's saying you're in the driver's seat, you're in control. So focus on what's positive, focus on what's possible, expect the best. Don't allow your past to speak upon, to reflect upon how your future is going to unravel. You're in the driver's seat, period. But the Ten of Pentacles, yeah, absolutely. With the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Six of Wands, naturally I feel like you're being reminded there's a lot of wealth ahead for you. And that's not just financial, but it feels like at certain points it might feel like a bit of a scavenger hunt throughout the day. Discovering things, learning things, seeing things randomly, being guided to go to a specific location or to steer clear of one. So naturally a lot of spiritual guidance throughout this day, but it feels like there's going to be a highlight on the fact that you're able to easily decipher who and feel out, trusting your intuition through it all to figure out who's to be trusted and who's not to, if you look at those rats in the picture. Because I feel like whether you're starting a new job, it's more in regards to what you're continuing, where you're meant to go. Okay, so some it's in regards to travel. You're going to need to figure out quite quickly who to trust and who not to, and that's going to come in handy in regards to you maintaining certain levels of success and just protecting your energy and not getting oneself wrapped up in one, if not multiple, sticky situations. Okay, that was quite random, but needed to come out. One last one, the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. There's a highlight on the fact that you may have just received a wish fulfillment. If not, that's on the horizon for oneself. I do feel like you're meant for a lot of success being drawn to this reading. And there's a highlight on the fact that, once again, past efforts, future efforts, but most importantly, your current day efforts are paying off. Beautiful. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Monday, and I'll see you next time.